Remember how much fun Anthony had in that Matarese episode?
Yeah.
Maybe, do that instead of green screen.
Matarese, it happened to me. Okay.
Doesn't
Jesus
matter.
Christ. 11 weeks ago to do his show. I assumed he would be a good fit, which he was.
Thank you.
He just gets on and speaks his piece.
Thank you.
He's got problems with people for reasons God only knows. I have no idea.
I like that.
And he shits on people. He fucking talks about, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me.
And by the way, this is so crazy to me that they need a separate show. This is his 500th episode, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
To talk about me. And I grew up as a fan listening to O&A. I mean, I grew up listening to this.
Yes.
To this man. And now
Same.
he is doing a whole half hour about me.
On his 500 episode.
Man, do I know how to get in there. Same with Gavin. It's like this guy had a whole life, without me involved. A whole life where I was a child while he was making millions of dollars and doing all this. And now I really think that's something. And I always like to step back and go, what business look what I've done to these guys. Look what I've done. I like that. But, and Cumia is so good. It's like you're going to watch this. You can't not like him, but he is making the wrong decision here. He is making the wrong decision. And maybe he needs some time.
You can see it in his eyes.
And I want to let people know, I've messaged both of them and I said, think about it. It's okay to be wrong. And I go, and I know you're getting pissed off going, what is this prick talking to me like this for? I get it. But there's also something you're not understanding, and that's that there's a lot more to the big picture than going by the first plan you came up with. And just think about it. Spend some time not playing Battlefield. Spend some time, Keith, not on your Star Wars game, and deep think, which I don't think adults are doing. I think they're going by the momentum and they're making decisions without really thinking them through. So that's what I'm
going to make decisions if he doesn't even know what's going on. He doesn't know how his business is being run.
That's why I said it might be a lost cause, but I'm going to try. Just like I'm trying with Gavin. I'm trying. I'm giving them every opportunity to go, I was wrong. That's all. And it's okay to be wrong. What's not okay is to continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. That's how you get to fool's territory. That's when people stop liking you. It's totally okay to fuck up as long as you come back from that and reevaluate and make it better. All right, let's see what happens here.
I've always said I could give a shit what anyone on this network talks about. So like I was saying, I wake up this afternoon and I go through my Twitter, and I'm like, "What is happening here? What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah,
I knew there were issues between
I love this
Mike and other personalities on this platform, and other comics and whatnot, and other guests that we've had on the show. And this could be Anthony's fucking problem right here. I don't give a shit. That was my whole fucking take on everything.
Okay, well.
Exactly. So he's trying to save face with the fans, but it's
I
one
know,
big contradiction.
but here's the thing. You do ultimately give a shit because you chose, and this is going to be, revealed here. You chose to go with keeping the relationships.
So that is the thing.
And by the way, no relationship has been ruined yet. It's the worry of a relationship might be ruined.
And then again, it shouldn't be ruined because we're talking about comics here.
This is what I have to say to that. And this is very important. I'm going to repeat myself 4 times today. Let's pretend I make fun of Matarese. Matarese goes to Cumia and says, I will no longer work with you if you employ this guy. You should not be mad at me. You should be mad at Matarese for having the nerve to end his relationship with you over being made fun of by a guy that you have no control over.
Exactly.
And the same goes. This is why I hate this faggoty industry. Because instead of saying no to these people who do this to them, let's pretend Artie Lang's manager wants to cut ties with them because I made fun of Matarese. Let's pretend that happens, which it never will. shouldn't you be mad at the manager, that gross, snaky manager, that he would do that over something like this? Shouldn't that make you go, fuck them? That's what it should do. To pander and to kowtow to that industry is why it never ends. It's why they're able to get away with it. It's why you were fired, Anthony, from your $1 million job.
Oh,
dummy. You know, and it needs to end somewhere. You know, this is, I noticed it the minute I got that comedy club, I noticed the nonsense and the agents and the managers and how the whole industry works and their threats and how they're going to not do this if you do that. Fuck them. Or play ball, be one of the bitches, but then you can't be Mr. I don't give a fuck because you give a fuck.
Yeah.
So be a man, and Anthony, stop playing ball with the people who hate you. This is an industry that kicked you out the door. They left you on your ass. Nobody stuck up for you when you were fired from Sirius. Not Norton, not Opie. They both chose the machine, the industry, and they left you on the door. And instead of saying fuck you and doing your own thing and creating your own thing, you're trying to get back in with the people who don't give a fuck that you exist. They hung you to dry when you said savage. Remember? They didn't let you go to Patrice O'Neal's benefit, a guy that you were friends with for 15 years.
Made, basically.
Remember Louis C.K.? Remember all the people who fucking left you because they were worried about the industry? You're doing that to me now, and I hope it haunts you. But I also like you a lot, and it's no big deal.
We love you. We love you.
We love you. But I need the people to know.
They know
that there are some things that matter more. And this network is not built off relationships. You know, the people listening to Cumia, the people paying $7.95 a month, they don't give a fuck if you're friends with Artie's manager. They give a fuck if your show is good. Now, when your show is all lighthearted discussions with comedians because you can't say anything real, that's a stab in the back to the audience that's paying for total free speech. So now when you tune into Cumia, you get a lighthearted discussion with Frank D'Angelo, a con man who makes Vampire in Brooklyn, the musical. That's what you get when you see a guy pander to relationships over pandering to his audience. He should be catering to you, the customer, but he's catering to the likes of Frank D'Angelo, a mob boss who's making movies using stolen cash. So it's going to bite back, and it doesn't have to. Listen to the kids, bro. Listen to your audience. No, Mike, don't sugarcoat it. Thank you. Mike being real. Thank you.
Wow.
And he doesn't know. So you can't say fuck these guys. They don't know. It's like your dad. It's like how your dad doesn't know. You know, I talk to my dad every day. He's a smart guy, but he doesn't know. It would take it to 5 years to fill him in on what he doesn't know. That's what it is. It's this ignorance, and the ignorance comes from spending most of your day playing video games instead of caring or keeping up with how the world's going. You know, spending your whole day arguing with anti-Trump people instead of worrying about the things that really involve you. They turn a blind eye to this stuff. They don't want to think. This is why Gavin can't smoke weed, because these thoughts come to the forefront. They're afraid of it. They don't want to deal with the issues that are really affecting them, that are in front of them. They would rather play Battlefield and fake play fight with people that are anti-Trump, because then they exhaust their resources on stuff that doesn't matter. And they don't have to ever confront the real issues. So that's what you're seeing. It's an ignorance. It doesn't mean they're deceitful. It doesn't mean they're bad. It's they're not connected to what matters most. And maybe they don't even care at the end of the day. But they should. And you're going to see through this. Cumia made a mistake. Here we go.
And he knows he made a mistake.
Yeah, you're going to see.
It's such a weird situation.
Watch this. Oh, by the way, brand new shirts. On sale now. Some of our dopest heat to date. People, this is, I'm not kidding. We launched a new piece of heat. It's only available for 3 more days. Let me go. Redbarradio.net/store. Hold on. Redbarradio.net/store. I got the wine
Bomba Club.
Hiccups. This is our newest heat to date. Check it out closer at redbarradio.net/store. I'm not kidding. In 24 hours, we sold more of these than we sold products that were up for months. It's our best-selling merch to date. I don't know if that means we just got a ton of new listeners from this Cumia thing, or people really like this one, but it will only be up.
Because the art is so great.
Yeah, well, Sven Stuffles did the artwork here. I don't like to do that. I like to keep our merch.
But I need people need to know a little.
They will.
Okay.
It'll be in the liner notes, but I like to keep things mysterious, not
I understand.
brag.
I completely understand.
So this is our new heat, and this is how we pay the bills here. You will never have a fake ad on this show telling you to waste money at 1-800-Flowers or Deep Cunt Count DVD. It will never happen. We survive off the Barmy memberships and people buying our dope merch. Two things that only fans of the show will do. So a lot of shows, they will say, these crazy things because it's a numbers game. They get paid depending on how many people tune in. We get paid depending on how many people actually like the show. So please support the show and get some very dope merch. This t-shirt, by the way, highest quality shirt we've ever used. When you see this shirt, you're going to really appreciate what we've done here. And it's dope as fuck. Don't call that number. redbarradio.net/store. And thanks to everybody who came out and supported and bought the shirt. You've made my LA vacation coming up going to be fucking fun as hell. The throwaway money I have from this shirt. Woo! I mean, it's crazy. So things, that's wonderful. And you guys are going to love this shirt when you pull it out and wear it. This is going to be one of your doper springs. Okay? You're going to be ready for spring with this dopeness. Buy the heat. Cop the heat. Support the show. It's the only way we exist. Store.redbarradio.net. You'll see the heat. There it is. Shout outs to Sven Stuffles for helping me out here.
Thank you.
He gets
shout outs to Daniel Daly for just pledging $10 to my Patreon.
There you go. Patreon,
Thank you,
Sven Stuffles on Patreon, and of course, with that,
check it out. There's a couple of new posts too that you guys need to check out on the Patreon too. Some exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So. yeah.
No, okay, I'm serious. What do you want me to say? I'm mad at that.
No. But I'm saying let's continue this video because you have about 30 minutes still to finish this whole video.
Okay, let's get back into it. Thank you guys for buying the heat, and thank you for supporting Sven Stuffles on Patreon.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Somebody is upset that someone's talking about them. I swear to fucking God, I will give them airtime on this program right here to talk shit back. That's my fucking that's my philosophy, Marty. Have a good time.
Yeah, not anymore. All right.
Not anymore.
All the time. That's my philosophy. Little Spinal Tap. But that's always been it. Entertainment, broadcasting. Take it easy, gents. Thank you. There they go. There's a couple of good eggs.
Yeah. By the way, now I could show you how bad Aaron Berg bombed on Roast Battle with his Borat fucking Muslim character that he does every show where he puts his muscly thighs up and queefs. Listen, I know you guys think In Hot Water is good. I fucking hate it. And I've always hated it. I think it's so stupid. It's two muscleheads shouting at the top of their lungs. Listen, shout outs to those guys, but come on. If you really think In Hot Water is funny, you are starved for fucking comedy. Okay?
I tuned in twice and they were doing the same
sorry, guys.
Hillary Clinton queeping.
We're going to show you Aaron Berg completely bombing on Roast Battle. We'll see how his...
I haven't even seen that.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. I couldn't even bring it up because I work with them. All right, here we go. Yeah, Aaron Berg, Gina. Oh, they treat everyone on the network so great. They treat me like shit. I don't get it.
Gino and Aaron from that horribly racist fucking show In Hot Water.
Bye.
That's coming from me. Holy shit.
In Hot Water. Gino is funny. Okay.
This is how I have to spend my 500th show. This is our 500th show.
Thank you.
The Anthony Cumia Show. 500 shows I've done. And this is how I got to spend it. Trying to explain what the fuck.
Yeah, you do.
Trying to explain what I don't even get.
Well, you should get it.
So, that's Anthony's fault is he doesn't give a shit about what anyone talks about on this fucking platform. Now,
it's not your fault.
There are people in charge here. I have I'm like Colonel Sanders to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm the face. I do things. But management, which is Keith Maresca, let's be honest.
Look at Keith. Don't laugh. It really isn't funny, when you think of it. It really is.
But I feel as he's explaining this, he's slowly realizing the situation he's created.
Yes.
Like, oh, wait a second. Fuck.
And look at Keith. Confident Keith. I cucked you, by the way, Keith. Really, really, really hard.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody, 20 people are on your side versus thousands. Just want you to know that, Mr. Big Shot.
Cover anything up or make. Keith is the guy that runs the business end of this. If you've noticed over 20 years of my career, if you've been lucky enough to be with me for the 20 plus years I've been in broadcasting, one thing you could deduce is that Anthony is not a strong businessman. I am a lazy piece of shit. I will not do things I'm supposed to do. I will not make phone calls. I will not have meetings. I will not. It's a terrible way to run a business. So Anthony needs somebody to run a business. Keith, that guy. Keith is the guy.
Ex-cop.
When it comes to the business end of things, fantastic.
Not fantastic. Good enough. Good enough. Yeah.
Oh, not even.
This is, right. I want people to know the reality. The only reason any of these people have jobs is because you're the famous Anthony from Opie and Anthony, the biggest show, one of the biggest shows in terrestrial radio history. That is the only reason. You could have a monkey running the business side of this shit, and as long as those $7.95 subscriptions are coming in, because you're Anthony, you're good. You really don't need anyone running it. So this is where they make the mistake to think that Keith's decisions have something to do. The only reason any of this works is because you're the famous Anthony from Opie and Anthony. That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Ideas he's had as far as the on-air portion of this, because to tell you the truth, Keith's not an on-air guy. He's got good cop stories and shit. I love that.
I don't.
And he's got some good ideas.
That is an insult.
What?
Keith thinks that is an insult.
What? I'm not a good on-air guy? I should be. I've never tried or worked at it, but I should be cool. No. You're a sweet man, and I really, besides, his thick-headedness, I like him. I do.
Matter, he gets it. I mean,
I like him. I think he's a sweet guy. He just has no business telling people like me what works and what doesn't. I mean, we're on a fucking another planet, This is a guy who wanted to be a police officer. I am a guy who is trying to change the world. We don't see eye to eye.
And some stories come across his transom on a daily basis, and he throws them in, and they're good or they're not, or just like anybody else. But on air is a very different thing than off air. It's the way it is. I am an on air guy. Keith is the business guy behind the scenes. Now, I don't deal with the comedians and personalities and guests and sponsors and everything else that goes behind this show.
You should.
This is me. Look. See this? There's Anthony's spot. Here it is. I'm Anthony. This is my world. This is just what I do.
Yeah, sitting, by the way, 20,000 miles above sea level, looking over the highest. What building are you in that is a helicopter shot of New York City?
He's in a Zeppelin.
Yeah. He's in a fucking blimp looking over New York City.
Somebody in the chat made me laugh. He said, Talib Starks has thumbs on his feet.
Wow. Is that not normal? Is that not what everybody has?
Holy shit. Yeah.
This is why, the altitude is messing with these geezers' brains.
Yeah, he is in a stationary Zeppelin.
Yeah. Just a pro tip for those of you who want to fake a window with a New York skyline. Don't be 300 stories in the air. It looks crazy. Okay.
I have one talent. Yapping. Yapping on the airwave.
Oh, there's Talib's bubble. I thought that was...
These old people are impressed.
You're using my bubble.
All these old comedians are impressed with this type.
Yeah.
Me bubble.
Basic.
Yapping. That's what I do. I don't really know how to run things. So... I don't deal with any of that behind the scenes shit like that. I have comics. They sit here. I have guests. They sit here. Oh, Mike Baker. He's coming in around 5 o'clock.
I hope Mike Baker is in the green room listening to me about me. I hope Mike Baker. By the way, Mike Baker looks like a fucking actor. And is completely boring. And wait till you see when they try to actually talk to Mike Baker today.
He looks like Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Talk to Joe Walsh at Walsh Freedom. About things going on.
Cool. That's what the listeners love those guys, by the way.
Ron, we have guests. We do that. I don't deal with that.
Get Lionel in
I
again.
sit here a couple hours a day and talk with the guests.
Lionel.
And talk to you.
By the way, that's what they're all doing is for the guests. The least interesting part of the fucking
Nobody
show.
cares about any of these guys. They're
I
the
would
worst.
rather see Andy just sit there, shoot the shit, go over videos and stuff by himself.
We forget that we're a slave to this stuff. You know, we watch the whole thing and it's Lionel going, I don't understand what the problem is with my bow tie. I don't know.
Yeah.
We should not be listening to a man named Lionel or Joe Matarese.
Actually trying to get to a point, but never quite
Shame on
gets
you. Anthony Cumia, this is what he thinks you're worth. You come in and listen to 3 hours of Joe Matarese or Lionel talking. That's what he thinks of you. I would never do that to you. But I have hired Lionel to be my permanent co-host every minute.
Of course.
He's going to be coming in with his cheap suit and his faggoty face. Oh, what about Joe Vito? Is that a guy?
Who is that again?
Remember the other guy? He's like a mix between Lionel and Joe Matarese, and he's like a younger guy with a beard. And he goes, I don't know how to hit on women. I don't even know if I try. But listen, Trump supporters are good. Listen, I got all the answers. These people,
that guy, yeah,
these
he looks
guineas,
like Lionel, yeah.
These weird losers, you know, these single 50-year-old men. All right, here we go. Joe DeVito, they call him. Yeah, DeVito. Oh, I mean, can we wake up? We wanted Opie and Anthony, and we're getting Joe DeVito, Joe Matarese, Frank D'Angelo, Lionel. It's time to wake up.
Dude, at this point, the best thing that could happen would be getting Opie in there, I think.
I tried to make this network cool. They don't like cool. They like old, shitty, safe men that fucking waste your whole day. I like DeVito, someone says. You know what, sir? Find a revolver. Make sure it's all loaded. And really, really make sure you kill yourself with it. Because you're nuts if you liked... Well, actually, DeVito's not as bad. But why are we listening? What is the point? These guys are fucking chubby, creepy, short. I feel you, Mike, but it's all we got. It's not. We've been conned. You know, these guys are who are these people? Who is Joe DeVito? Where did he come from? Why?
That's the thing.
Opie and Anthony would never have Joe DeVito on. If Joe DeVito was on Opie and Anthony, they would leave. He would leave, and they would all make fun of him.
Anthony thinks that once they have their precious polished image, that all these big names will get pouring in. But it's not going to happen anymore.
Just be yourself. Like, just be what you want to be. See, they're worried about these relationships, and they don't matter. All right, let's go on because people are now sticking up for DeVito.
Okay, let's go.
DeVito is a good man?
Let's go.
What world am I living in here?
The day's minutia and try to make something entertaining out of it. Now that has been prefaced, it seems that
Compound Media has become a 1980s New York pizzeria. That is from a guy in the chat, Lethal Dosage in the chat. That was fucking gold.
Yes.
And some people don't know that this is a big boys game.
Yes.
Broadcasting.
They're talking to Matarese.
Big boys.
Matarese.
That means if someone shits on you, you don't cry, you don't whine,
Exactly.
you don't ask that somebody be fired.
Joe
you don't
Matarese, he's
whatever it
talking
is.
to
You react to it, especially if you're a comic. That stuns me, by the way. I've known so many comics over the years. They're the most whiny, fucking, insecure little cunt bags ever.
Wait, can we pause for a second?
This is the real Cumia coming out.
So after hearing this, Joe Matarese changed his whole act, right?
Yeah.
So he first started threatening you with actual violence.
Yeah.
That is how angry he was.
We're going to read those
then
emails.
After hearing Cumia shit on him, because Cumia actually does mimic shitting on Matarese in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then Matarese changed his whole fucking act up. He's like, okay, no, we're gonna talk about this. We should read those. We should read those tweets.
Yeah. Oh, we will.
Because Matarese is a faggot.
But this is the real side. So Anthony's trying to explain this and then realizes these fucking comics. But instead of saying, you know what? Fuck you to those comics. Anybody who's going to give me a hard time, they're fucking faggots and I shouldn't be talking with them. That's what you should think. That's what I did.
And you know why this message is so contradicting? That Anthony's saying one thing and then Keith is saying the other? It's because Anthony's hearing for the first time about all of this.
Yes.
But how does fucking networks?
So Anthony is speaking his mind, but then Keith comes in and they ultimately fold to Keith's stupid decision that has nothing to do with this badass talk here. So here we go.
And they're in entertainment. We get it. You lived a tortured life. My father called me pissy eyes. He threw spaghetti at the wall.
Yeah.
We all had our shit.
Spaghetti.
Exactly.
But you grow up and realize if someone talks shit about you, who fucking cares? I've had shit talked about me. Yes, it's pissed me off to no fucking end. I've responded to it, and it does no good. But that's what you do. You respond to it. And like I said, I would offer anyone any amount of time on this show, my own show, to sit there and lambast anyone that gave them shit on this platform.
Except for me.
So if a personality sat here and said, this guy's a douchebag, this guy sucks, this guy's a faggot, whatever the fuck it is.
A faggot.
Hey, did you hear that guy said that? Yeah, I did. Why don't you come on my show, which, by the way, still is the most watched show on the platform, and tell the world what a dick fuck that guy is. That's open and honest.
Open
freedom.
and Anthony.
Can you smell it? I can't. My nose is still stuffed. I left tissues over there again yesterday. I'm so sorry. Garrett.
Look at Keith.
I noticed
wait.
when
they cut
Keith
to the.
is mad.
Oh, Keith. Everyone else is laughing and having a great time in the green room, and Keith is sitting there like, "This is kind of the opposite of what I'm saying.
You're going against me, kind of
Going against me here." So Anthony, what Anthony does is he says this great stuff that we're all even cheering on today. But remember, the decision didn't live up to the words. So while, again, this is like saying this is total free speech, we're cheering him on. And even when we watch this replay, knowing what happens, we're going, Anthony rules. But ultimately, he decided against what he's saying. So why does that rule? Okay, and it really doesn't. So,
well, Anthony, he can't go against Keith. He's not a confrontational guy. Remember, it took him 6 months or 2 years to even call back fucking Opie, a guy he worked with for fucking 40 years. He's not very great at talking to people.
Deco in the chat said Mike tried to get on Compound as a goof and ended up disrupting the whole operation and getting out unscathed. Yes. I like to think of it that way.
Yeah,
I'm not mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I would have worked with them if they were cool, but they're kind of geezers. You know? They're shabby.
Yes.
They're a little shabby. All right, let's continue here. Now, Anthony's saying some really dope shit, but ultimately he didn't put the money where the mouth is, or whatever that expression is.
Well, that's right.
Ultimately, he chose to keep the relationship with Joe Matarese, who we're going to fucking really make fun. I don't want to say destroy.
Months.
Joe, we are never going to do anything that is illegal to you or unfair. We are going to make fun of the things you do for years. I mean,
rightfully so.
You will have no one who could look you in the eye after what we do to you. Why would they do this? Your little act of not caring right now and pretending you're a big... Please. You are the faggotiest comic I've ever met. And we are going to make fun of you to the point where probably you quit comedy. You might quit comedy after what we do to you. Okay? I want you to know that. 29 years, you might as well hit the fucking flush button at Penn Station because you hang out in New York. Okay? You might as well hit that automatic flush button that isn't necessary to use because it flushes when you leave. You are through. You gray-haired sissy loser. No one in comedy respects you. They don't know why you're around. They don't know why you have the same manager. Artie doesn't know why. You have conned people into thinking, you've stuck around long enough that people 30 years, they think you have some kind of value. You are valueless. If anyone is a fan of this guy, write me a letter. Let me know. Let me know if this guy has one fan. Because you, Joe Matarese, are the most disgraceful spaghetti monster I've ever laid my eyes on. Comedy is not for you. You should open up. I said this on Twitter today. I go, he's a nice guy. He should open up a friendly neighborhood sub shop where he sells Italian submarines. It'll be great. And then someone commented and somebody replied, yeah, until, he flips out at a customer and refuses service to him because they got in some argument over the quality of the food.
Yes.
You're a bum. You're a stay-at-home dad, and the only stay-at-home dad I get along with is Leslie Gilliams from MasterChef. Other than that, all stay-at-home dads are fucking losers. Get out.
Oh, shit.
Hey, my wife makes the bucks, and I can go out and pretend I'm a comedian. Hey,
yes,
if you
guys,
didn't have that wife, would your kid be able to even eat? That's the question of the day. You loser.
Guys, if you can find any more cool Matarese videos similar to that.
Oh no, I got it. I have
okay.
at least
need to see some of those,
60 hours of Matarese stuff. There is no redeeming qualities to this pathetic. Now I sound like Jack Buckby. You're pathetic. You're scum. I'm not saying you're not nice. I'm saying you're pathetic. You are the definition of a loser. You are so... It makes me feel bad. But you need to retire from comedy. And I will be there. You will not have a day to celebrate without me and my guys laughing at you and making it a bad day. That is my promise. For at least the next 3 years. Anytime you feel comfortable to be yourself, we will be there reminding you how stupid and how much of a loser you are. And let me tell you something. All of these fools could tell you it's not worth it. Give me money, and that's the only way this will stop. No, I'm kidding. You pay me $40,000, I'll never mention you again. But other than that, every happy day you have will also be bittersweet because we will be there to ruin it. Okay? We will not ever break the law. We will not ever harass you. We will clearly... We
don't want to get you fired and none of that shit.
Only comment on what you're doing. We don't do anything sneaky behind the scenes. We're talking about all we're going to do is critique what you're putting out to the public. And we will do this forever because not only do you need to learn how stupid you are, but you also are really funny to make fun of. You're the perfect fool because you're bitter, you're vindictive, you're a loose cannon. You're everything that I have built my career on making fun of.
All I want to do is wipe my kid's
all
ass.
I'm trying to do.
My kid's bent over. I want to wipe his ass. It's gross.
You're through, Matarese. And I'm going to call your manager and go, what the fuck are you doing? This guy is a bum.
No.
Not I'm gonna. This is all on the up and up. I have every right to say to this manager, because you know what? The manager needs to take responsibility. Anybody working with Matarese needs to look me in the eye and tell me why you're putting your chips behind this loser. Is it a favor? Do you feel bad? Do you feel bad for the bum? He had kids. This is Joe Matarese. He's like one of those guys who's like, can I just get 5,000 more bucks? I swear. He keeps going to loan sharks. That's what the managers are to him. I feel like Joe Matarese goes into his manager's office and the manager's like, Joe, I don't know what to tell you. I got to let you go.
You're just not charismatic, Joe.
You're not good. You're cold product. And he's like, I swear.
You need to let this go.
Listen, I just had a kid, man. Please give me one more chance. Again, like fucking Mikey from Swingers or John Favreau in Maid sitting there going, hey, man, I just had a kid. Please. Hey, give me one more job. I swear to you, I'll come through. I swear. And you know I'm good for it. You know I'm good for it. And they're like, all right, Joe, I swear, but you keep fucking this up. I don't know how long I could keep putting food on your little girl's plate. That's what's happening in their Italian nonsense world, the big mafia man. He's a fucking 100% bum.
Italian.
And anyone paying him, it's like paying a guy to sit there and talk on the phone while he works. You're losing money when you pick Matarese. 100% Italian. Yeah. You know what you are? 100%. You're the Olive Garden version of whatever Italian might mean. And by the way, Italians are disgusting. We're sick of them. 100%. After Sopranos ended,
of Europe.
Listen, Sopranos season is over, buddy. The days of the good fellas being somebody we look up to are done. We look at mobster types and Italians as idiots. The internet came along, and the Italians still want to sit outside on a fold-out chair talking about the pasta pizzone and how their mom makes the best of salsa. Shut up, you fat, thick-headed shitheads wearing bowling shirts. You look dumb. You're trash. Your family is trash. Your mom doesn't make the best sauce. You know who does? The American New restaurant that opened up in the hipster side of town. They make the best sauce now. Your mom's sauce was only good when we didn't have the internet to go, oh, there are other sauces besides my mom's spaghetti. You stink. And listen, I can't even watch these old mobster movies. I used to think it was cool like everyone else. Casino, Goodfellas. You're fucking losers now. And none of you do any of these mafia-related things. You're getting cut by 20-year-old entrepreneurs on the internet with Instagram accounts. You're so clueless.
Yeah, these movies are like fantasy trips for these type of Italian old men. Like a child pretends to be Spider-Man, they pretend to be Vinny Gamagoo.
And you know what, Joe Matarese? Can you pick a movie that's not 30 years old? There's never been a movie come out that inspires you to be cool anymore. The mobster thing is over. There's not even such thing. Where are the mobsters?
They're gone.
Okay.
They're dead.
Okay.
You're getting tuckered out?
I just got the hiccups here.
Yeah. Let's play the Finn.
Yeah, we're into crime, also sugary tomato puree and preservatives. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're into crime. You're not into crime, by the way. You can't even take a guy making fun of you.
Yeah, you know I'm 100% Italian.
Everyone's Italian. You know how many people are Italian? You can't just have a New York accent and you're Italian.
Yeah, there's 20 million Italians in Italy who you'd hate.
Hey, Mikey, we'll put on suits and they'll give us this shit for free. Those days are done. You know what Las Vegas is? Nightclubs with fucking Flume playing. Okay? Nobody is listening to, you're mean to me. Why must you be mean to me? Wait, that's Joe's song. Official theme song. Hold on. This is the official theme song of Joe Matarese. Hold on. I'm going to play it here. Hold on. This is the official. Oh, come on. Who sang it? It can't be. Mean to me.
Can you hear me type?
Let's see what comes up here. Brett Eldridge. That can't be right. Mean to me.
Billie Holiday?
I don't think so. Who covered it like to make it Sinatra-y?
Yeah, what's that fucking guy? Oh, shit. Isn't it?
Somebody will pull it up. God damn it, I wish we were quicker. Mean to me, Frank Sinatra.
Is it Sinatra?
Well, they all covered these songs. Hold on.
Oh, that sounded like it.
You know, here we go. Come on. This is Joe Matarese's. All right, we're coming back here. Thank you guys for listening to Redbar, the free show. Every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern for free. And we're covering, we got to get back into Cumia here because we
need to finish this one up because
it's so good too. And before we blow all our energy, because there's some good stuff coming up here. So let's get into that and we'll get into Matarese. We got a lot of great Matarese stuff coming up later here tonight in our all-night event. Okay?
And the next 3 months.
You could hear that coughing in the background. Sven, were you coughing?
No.
You weren't.
Somebody saying you were cheating cigarettes.
Yeah. This is
Don't even address it because you'll get mad again. Fuck him.
Kathleen Madigan is what he meant to say.
Oh, that's it.
All right. Singing his son to sleep. Yeah. Joe Matarese, you are a stay-at-home dad. You don't make money off comedy. You bought fake followers.
Your son has a cleft palate.
Does he? Dude, now they're talking about my son. Listen, let me guess. No one talks about your son. Yeah, we know
you
parents.
Don't talk about my son, all right? I'll be sleeping with the
parents.
fish.
You know, every time a parent, they want to be P. Diddy. Oh, nobody talks, or not P. Diddy doesn't have kids, but we get it. Your kids, shut the fuck up.
That's a sign of an idiot because we're not talking about your son. We're talking about a hypothetical thing that we made up. Yeah. It's not your son.
Nobody talks about, we know. We all know your kids mean everything to you, yeah. Okay, let's get back into it. This is Cumia.
And let's have a drink.
Yes.
I was driving on the train going home. I needed a tissue. And I'm like, oh, maybe I put the... Fuck, I left him again!
And by the way, this day, the day this was happening, Keith getting slammed on Twitter. Go type into Twitter. You could search Keith's username. I forget.
Hundreds of tweets.
Thousands. I mean, all day, people telling Keith the business.
And Reddit, too. Reddit was fucking lit.
My God. I mean, really, I didn't even know. You know, and when I saw Keith do this, I said, you know what, Keith? Enjoy Twitter today. And he's like, Mike, come on. This isn't fair. And then Twitter, really, for like 2 days straight, relentless. I mean, Keith must have been miserable. All right, let's see.
I almost texted you a picture of him, but I felt like you would feel too bad.
I realized last night I felt so bad again. You know what I just did? I blew my nose before the show. I put him in my pocket.
Throwing those jeans out?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. So, yeah, that's what you do. You come on here and blurt it out. So.
Oh, you do?
That's my take on this whole thing. It's utopian. It's a perfect world. We ride in on a unicorn and respond to someone's nastiness with other nastiness, whatever it is, because we're
it's
big
not even
boys
nastiness.
Here.
No, just kidding around. It's joking.
I'm nice.
Now there's reality.
Uh-oh.
And reality is Anthony sits here alone because these fuck babies don't come on my show because someone's fucking making fun of them or saying bad things.
We don't care. We like
because they're all faggots.
Whoa. They're all faggots. So he's talking about, I make fun of these guys and they won't do his show because of it. I mean, in there, you see Anthony's anger. He goes, because they're all faggots. That should be how you handle it. Well, Joe, you know what? You're not going to come on my show? You're done then. And no one liked you anyway. You were filler. You were Tuesday filler. I have to do 5 shows a week. You're filler. You're an old by definition. Bum. You're free. You're filler. And I sit there and I go, yeah, when you talk. Because nobody gives a shit. That's why nobody interacts with you on Twitter. That's why no one cares. And you're on Cumia all the time. You know what I mean? I mean, doesn't that go to show? You're on Cumia all the time and nobody cares. Nobody is. You go to Joe Matarese's tweet, he can't get over 3 likes. It's 29 years. Hey, I'm not that big on Twitter. I get a lot of likes.
We should go over a typical Joe Matarese episode and see all the awesome,
we will. We got a whole year. Point. Joe Matarese, we are going over every piece of footage you've ever done. Hey, that's some of my my wife. All right.
That's how this game works. So while I sit here and go, come on the air. Let's vent everything right out here in the open. Keith has to deal with the phone calls and shit from agents, managers, talent's wives, fucking sponsors.
Pause.
All because of me?
Do you think that Joe Matarese's wife called in? Because he's not
Oh,
saying
yeah. Both.
Joe Matarese's wife. It's all he has. Please stop making fun of my hubby.
So this is what's happening. I make fun of people on the show. Agents, managers, wives, comedians. They're all calling Keith the Cop. This includes Gavin McInnes, by the way, your tough puncher
and doesn't that
guy.
Say a lot about the state of comedy. Shouldn't
Yeah.
these comedies be the harbingers of fucking free speech?
I would never in my entire life run to anyone being made fun of. And people go, oh, yeah, Mike, prove it. Okay, how about 14 years of you watching my every move? How about that for proof? Have you ever heard of somebody saying that Mike is complaining that he's being made fun of? Never.
I want to see Matarese's wife.
You never hear me complain about being made fun of. You know what I mean? It's like, you know they're doing it. You know what happens.
Yeah.
So
that's what
why
happens
am
when you
I
become a
able to deal with it? Why am I able, the guy who makes fun of 17 men a day, and these people come after me, why is it okay for me to come back every week with a smile on my face? But to them, it's the end of the world. You know? And this should tell Anthony, hey, you know what? Maybe we'll just say fuck you to those people who can't deal. They can't be part of this universe.
Yeah.
They want all the things that Anthony gives them. You know, they want the new fans and stuff that comes along, but they can't take when people don't like them based on who they are. It's not unfair. You know, all these people wouldn't make fun of you on Twitter if you didn't suck. It doesn't, you know what I mean? They wouldn't do it if you were nice and cool. All right,
just look at his fucking appearance on Americans Got Talent.
Yeah. Here we go.
Every other thing that goes on outside of Anthony's little fucking world.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the green screen. We got it. Sucks.
Cool effects.
So,
safe space.
Keith has to make decisions. And one of the decisions was, look, we have Mike on.
Thank you.
That's you.
And it was prefaced before Mike was even on this platform.
Yes.
Look, we know what you do. Shit on whoever the fuck you want.
Except.
But we have a kind of a family here.
Ooh.
You know.
Ooh.
Gavin. And at the time, was Fenoya still on here at that point? I said, no, he was long gone.
The list of faggots.
But he still shit on him, right?
Yeah.
Like I said,
see, you're laughing because it's good. You know I'm right. You taught me. You taught me.
Yes.
I grew up listening to Opie and Anthony, and every time I listen, I go, wow, people do think like me, and it can work. Great.
Oh, my, this is so...
You
this is so sad.
taught me to be me, you fool.
Yes. You
made me. Have you listened to Opie and Anthony? You told me that this works. That's what Opie and Anthony taught me.
Cancer wig off.
Hey, you can make fun of people and people love it. That's what you taught me. You! Really, you!
Yes.
You and your boyfriend.
Period.
So this is mob related, someone says.
But people are sensitive. So Keith had to make a decision and say, look, he's shitting on people that, and not in, like, fucking Joe Matarese. Look, I love Joe Matarese, but I could give a fuck if anyone shits on Joe Matarese. Joe Matarese. I'll shit on Joe Matarese. I don't care. This fucking network doesn't live or die by Joe Matarese. It doesn't live or die by any one person.
You hear that, Joe? No respect.
No respect.
You stink, you silver faggot.
Anthony shits on you.
Yeah.
Me. So Keith had to make a decision. We have our family here. It boils down to more of a loyalty issue, I think, personally. In from what I could see, Keith's take on the whole thing, the business end of it that I don't fucking even know about, that I should, but I can't.
Loyalty and business.
Busy with Battlefield 1.
Loyalty and business.
Yeah, and
apparently not as much fucking shit being thrown in Battlefield 1 than here. And they're throwing hand grenades. I got hit over there with a shovel last night.
No one's laughing yet.
And that's peaceful compared to what I woke up to. But decisions had to be made. And there was to be an amiable parting of ways, as they say, between Mike and this organization. Now, in comes loose cannon number 3, Gavin McInnes.
Yes.
Proud of your boy.
There we go.
Now, talk about loving. I adore Gavin McInnes.
Yeah, so do we.
The reason I love Gavin McInnes
this rules.
is for what he did this morning.
When we were watching that, I'm not kidding. You know, people see me on Twitter. We were having just as good a time as we're having today, if not more. I mean, and you'll see, I can show you the chat log. Me and Sven were just LOL, ha, 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 all caps. This rules. I mean, to think that they're really getting into and this could not be a better commercial for the show I'm trying to sell.
Yes.
You know, be against it all you want. I'm doing it on purpose. This is what I'm doing this because I want to be doing. It's not like, oh, I got in this mix up and here's Mike again, got himself in trouble. I'm trying to create this trouble. This is what I want. You know, 14 years of doing it. I'm 34 years old. You hear me. You know I'm not out of my mind.
Make no mistake. You're right, too.
And I'm right.
It's not like
so. It's wonderful, and our enemies. You know, God bless them. They'll say Mike fucks up again. You know, and I just it frustrates me because this is what I'm.
This is like somebody like Gavin would say that this was a conscious self-destruction. It wasn't. You bowed out, but I mean, you had no choice. You were being censored. And we're seeing here right now that Anthony is slowly realizing.
There's people who don't understand that I'm not making fun of people for any other reason than it's what I wake up wanting to do. They're putting themselves on display for me, and there's nothing funnier than doing this. And again, it might be fundamental differences. It might be that to you isn't fun, so you think of it as you. Well, don't think of it as you. Think of it as me. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. So when it's recapped, I enjoy it more.
Yes.
When it's recapped by this giant show, this historic broadcaster, and Gavin's involved, yes, I give myself a pat on the back. There's only pats on the back. This isn't spin because I screwed up. This is beautiful.
I don't even think anybody's saying that.
Well, you'll hear a Proud Boy. Or
Gavin
two,
might say that. Yeah,
Gavin might say it. Believe me. You know what? I'm going to beat up Gavin. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to. You know what? Because you're a fighter too. I'm going to show you. I'm going to beat up Gavin. That's what my promise. Gavin, okay. I'm going to knock you out. That's what you're going to get. I promise you. I'm going to beat you up. Okay, Mr. Fighter? I'm going to beat up Gavin in front of everybody and show you how much of a pussy that guy is.
This show is going to be all about violence.
Yes. All right. Let's get back into this.
It's like loving a rattlesnake. It can bite you, but you love it because it's a rattlesnake. I mean, Gavin gets on here and just starts shitting on Mike and saying Mike's fired. Mike was fired from and relishing in it. Because Mike has shit on Gavin and Gavin's organization, Proud Boys, and all that. So Gavin took great pleasure in shitting on him, which I love. That's exactly what I want.
Yes.
Right here.
Cumia,
you get to see it happen. Mike shits on Gavin. Gavin shits on Mike. I love it. That's my perfect fucking world.
Yeah.
But what it did... Now you could turn the whole thing around because now Mike got all fucking freaked out about that.
Nope, that's the one part.
No.
We're totally honest. I swear to God, if I was freaked out, there was no freaking out. There was Wow, you're going to blow up my spot, you fucking bitch.
Oh, cool.
So Gavin,
nice.
for those of you who don't know, Gavin came on his show and lied to his audience. He is a liar. His mom calls him a liar. He lies, I would say 3 to 4 times a day, pure lying to his audience.
Yes.
Let me show you the video of what Gavin did. So remember, I emailed Keith and told him I quit. And then I guess Keith talked about this to people. And told Gavin, and Gavin does this.
Are we allowed to talk about Redbar? Is that a secret? Well, it's too late now. I already let the cat out of the bag. I think he's done.
I think he started attacking Anthony's guests, and it got to the point where he couldn't get guests. He was losing guests because Redbar was attacking them, or at least one. What's his name
attacking
there?
them.
Guy who talks what's his name from Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Look,
Joe
now
Matarese.
he's going to make
Joe
fun of him. Joe Matarese. Yeah, Joe Matarese.
Strike one.
I got to take pills because I was losing my temper so much.
Yeah,
what's about losing your temper?
You got
it. This is what a man.
This is what he needs. You know what? He's so stubborn. You know?
Boy.
And by the way, the next day he quits Fox News and then wants. You know what I mean?
For the exact same reasons.
So listen.
It's fucking awesome. No, I would get really mad. I would like kick cars and punch. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Fucking get mad.
Okay, so he announces that, and then I wake up to everyone going, "What? They fired you?" And I go, "You son of a bitch, Gavin." So
Motherfucker.
It wasn't freaking out. It's that this little weasel blew up my spot, and I emailed him. I go, "You ever blow up my spot again, there'll be big trouble." I did.
Fake news, somebody said.
I did. Gavin is fake news. He lies to you. I know you think that the persona that he puts on, it might seem cool if you're a boneheaded Alan J. Erickson. You know, I saw when Gavin did his girly punches to the guy.
I want to see that again.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go over it. People are like, oh, he's so cool. Is he cool?
By the way, Mike,
he's doing that. He thought about that for 2 months.
Mike,
to impress you.
Can we also watch the Hunter video where he tries to make the Proud Boys fun again?
Well, let's get it. So that's what Gavin did. Not freaked out by what he did. Pissed because we even talked about it the night before. I go, we got to announce my quitting. So I'm going to be honest with you. This is what Sven and I said. This is what we should do. We should not quit yet and then quit live on Fridays. Compound
live quitting
media show. I go, how badass would it be to stick this out till Friday, go on Compound Media, and then do the show that I'm doing now was supposed to happen on Compound Media.
Yeah,
but
we were going to read the emails from Keith.
Fucked it up. So we were going to wait. The only reason we didn't come out before Gavin did is because we were waiting to do it on their airwaves and fucking cuck the shit out of Keith on his own network and then go, bye, tune into Redbar Radio. That was the plan, and we've got it all in writing days before Gavin said this, if you really need proof. Gavin, we didn't think, we even brought it up in our messages. We go, but what if like Gavin blows our spot? So we should come out. But we go, it probably won't happen. We're overthinking it. And then the next fucking day, Gavin comes out and blows our fucking spot up.
So we were going to read all of Keith's emails and his strike system and then say, you know
I swear
what?
to God,
Fuck
and we
you,
have it all.
quit,
I mean,
please, bitch.
we have proof. It's all in Facebook messages and it's time coded. If we really need, if anybody really objects, it's there. So we had to, we were going to wait till Friday and do it on the air because we go, that will be the most epic. That will be the most epic way to do this is live on their airwaves. And Gavin fucking ruined it. And that's why we had to come out right after Gavin said that. And then we got fucking Patrick Melton going, he was getting fired, so he says he quit. You son of a bitch. And we even predicted that he would say that.
Yes,
we were so mad.
But I mean,
there will be payback. Gavin McInnes, you're getting paid back for that. And I know you don't like to involve your wife. It might involve your wife. You're very
getting violent.
Very. You know what? I'm going to save it. Because I know that gets you. So, Gavin, you will get paid back for that. Or you could apologize. But I will, I've been light with you because we were on the same network. I've been like jovial. But now, I got some Gavin secrets still.
Uh-oh.
I've got some Gavin secrets still that I was being a gentleman about. And maybe I'll let those go because you thought it was so funny to say that I was fired. And now I got to do this extra lifting to convince the people you lied to, like you do all the time, like you did 2 weeks ago when you said, we dox your guys. We don't dox.
Oh, yeah, that's shit.
And he never cleans this shit up. You know, you have a responsibility. You know, and this is why people keep leaving you and stop listening to you and they call you a fool. And they don't do it to me. You don't see people that were fans of Redbar for 10 years going, yeah, Mike's a fool now.
Let's just say your kids might be taken away by another tribe. That's all I'm gonna say. The Chinooks are gonna take your
even
kids.
after all that, as long as if Gavin can go, listen, dude, I was messed up. I was an alcoholic and I was stupid. And I've been going through a lot of shit with my wife and then this no wank thing and the Prabor, so I'm sorry. And yeah, you know what? You're back. We'll give you another chance. But you keep pretending and going further into this world. You know, now you quit Fox News because of
Mike,
the same
can I give you
reason.
a heads up?
Yeah,
Mike,
what?
we're about to be 2 hours.
It doesn't
so
matter. That doesn't matter. We're not on compound.
Oh yeah, of course.
We do whatever we want.
I forgot. So we can just keep rolling? Okay.
Well, yeah, we can go up to 3 hours an episode. So we're at 2 hours.
Okay. So 1 more hour.
So,
all right.
Gavin, just stop. You know, he says he quit Fox News. The day after he makes fun of me and pretends that I was fired, he quits Fox News for the same reasons I quit Compound. But wants everyone to believe him. And I said, you know, if I were Gavin, I would say Gavin was fired from Fox News. So, you know, this is a guy who's just so stubborn and willing to take it to these extremes when he doesn't have to be. Everybody wants you to be cool. And the only people who think you're cool are the deplorables, the real ones. When Hillary called people deplorables, I know she shouldn't have done that and it offended a lot of people. She probably saw Proud Boys. That's what gave her this idea. Because let me tell you something, Gavin, you and your gang are deplorable. You're losers. And I told Gavin, I said, you haven't been doing this podcasting thing that long. And what you don't realize about it, it's different. They see you every day. Your contradictions start adding up. They build up. And people eventually go, why is he doing this when he always says this?
Even Hunter did that.
Yeah. Your guys are turning against you every day. I get an email. You were right about Gavin. You were right about the Proud Boys.
They've been banning people who have Proud Boy tattoos.
Just admit it. I know people want to like you. I want to like you. You could be great. Your stubbornness and your ego is getting in the way. Smoke some weed. Stop hanging around 22-year-old autistic kids that wear thongs and live in cinder block fucking apartments for $600.
I want to see that video.
Or I'm gonna do something big for you, Gavin. I'm gonna do something big. My next one is going to be big. I promise you this.
All right. Let's play the video.
All right, let's get back to the video.
We have 30 minutes.
Mike, please, they're saying.
Please what?
I don't know. Hey, all I'm doing is keeping you on the edge of your seats. I'm doing a great job. You all tuned in. You're all having a great time tonight.
Of course.
Ain't nobody having a bad time, and that's all my goal is. Okay, here we go. Back to Cumia and his shirts.
Somebody says even Bugby stole his magazine.
Yes, it's all
fucking embarrassing.
People need to just stop thinking that I'm talking out of my ass for one day and just go, okay, listen, he's not here to just
Bugby Shane Smith, Gavin's new magazine.
Wiser and Mike, you can't shut up, guys. You can tease. You can tease. You can handle it.
Even though beforehand you guys were already talking about some way to part ways.
Here comes Keith. Here comes Keith.
So then when Gavin comes out and spills the proverbial beans.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mike and I had exchanged a couple emails.
Right.
And from the beginning.
I know we saw them.
Oh, yes, we did see them.
Yes. Yeah. Here we go. And look at you. Mike has been, yes. And Mike will always. You don't do this stuff to Mike because Mike sits here. He's got all day to just do this. There are no relationships in the way. The only relationships I want to keep are with me 100% every time I do this. So it's best not to, even if you're right, it's best not with me because I'll do it all day. And I really go to a place where adults don't go. I do it for the kids.
Posting the emails
Mike has
between
been.
Keith and DMs from me and
Yes,
shit like that.
thank you.
Which again, I don't care.
Right.
Don't fucking care.
And we like Mike. Mike knows we like Mike. You know,
I think Mike is fucking hilarious.
Thank you.
He shit. I love it. He just sits there with a drink, just fucking.
Thank you.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, see?
It's hilarious.
Yes.
first time I noticed Mike
So,
was when
listen.
Mike was shitting on you,
On me.
Danny, about the whole situation of what happened.
Yes.
And I reached out to him and I told him straight up, I said, Mike, you hit the nail right on the head. Everything you said was legit.
Yeah.
So fast forward, you know, he had shit on some people with that were friends of ours, part of the networks and everything. And
Were they dear friends of ours?
oh, look, he had his
These are dear friends of ours.
his Fenoya thing, he had his Metzger thing, and
Listen.
you know, Fenoya had left. He had come in, and I don't understand the whole thing with him and Gavin because Gavin had him come in here and host
Yes.
the Gavin McInnes show.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
So
Yes, that's right.
that's how we got to know Mike in the first place. You know, when I started talking with Mike, there were people that were upset we were talking with Mike. And then you and I had the discussion. I said, look, I like Mike. I like what Mike does.
Yeah.
And I think he's a good fit. I then, you know, we had the discussion. Mike did the show on our network for free. And we put him on Fridays in Mike Fenoya's spot, which, of course,
You hear that, you fucking loser? I mean, this couldn't be better for me. This is amazing. You know,
Yeah,
anyone who is
this
going to
will.
shake their head at this, when I was watching this, I just said, if I died now, this is all kind of, you know what I mean? This is great. This is exactly how I wanted them to
I
say
don't know
it.
what you're talking about. This rules. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think anybody's complaining.
No, I am so happy when I see that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. So
Wait,
Mike
I need to grab a
Fenoya,
quick bottle of
you know,
water.
Keith is so stupid that he's doing my job for me by saying all this stuff.
upset Mike Fenoya. And I
Now,
had
Mike Fenoya, for the record, left the platform of his own accord because he got another gig.
Right.
That he didn't have time anymore to do the show.
Let's be real. He got another gig, and also no one gave a shit about him here, and we're making fun of him daily. So you could do both. He got a writing gig for Impractical Jokers. What do they have, 6 episodes a fucking decade? He could have done both.
guys suck.
You could do 1
Those
hour a
guys are
week.
So Italian too.
Yeah. Impractical
They
Jokers.
fucking suck. It's so cringe.
Mike Fenoya, like anyone connected with that piece of shit bald fuck.
Hey, bro.
So
Okay.
why would he be upset that Mike
right,
Redbar was taking the spot that he didn't
Why
have
wouldn't
anymore?
he be?
correct. He left to go do a show and do some writing and everything. So
Yeah, right.
I when people found out that we were bringing Mike on board, I did have to field
Listen.
quite a large amount of texts and phone
Yeah,
calls
people got all pissy.
from people, and I said, look,
So listen, here's your heroes, by the way. Kurt Metzger went to Keith when I got hired and begged him to not hire me. Sherrod Small, another one of your heroes, went to Keith. He's saying it right here on the air. He had all of these people come to him that I have made fun of in the past,
What?
begging.
Do you see how sneaky these
Do
fucking
you see
guys
how
are?
sneaky?
They really deserve
These are the
zero
guys.
respect.
And this is what I've been preaching since our comedy club, since before
rats.
that. These people are faggoty frauds. They
Rats.
go and they run and they beg behind the scenes. They don't say shit to my face. You'd
Could
see
you
it.
imagine?
This
Could
is
you
what's
even
happening.
imagine?
Could you imagine? Why
Imagine
would
if-
Kurt
if
Metzger
Patrick
care?
Melton
Why
got
would
hired
Kurt
by
Metzger
Opie?
care? And I even went out of my way and I said, Kurt, listen, let's be friends. And he goes, yeah, no problem. These people are that weak. Imagine being Kurt Metzger. You've won an Emmy, and I made fun of you one fuck time, and you're running when you hear the news to Keith. You're running. You're running.
Ugh.
I can't
What a
wait till I'm
sneaky
45 and you all fucking under me, because I'm going to destroy what you've worked for, you pussy faggots. Seriously. You really fucked up because you got a guy who does not give a fuck about your industry, and that's the only thing that keeps you people safe, is this worry that everyone else has about staying, you know, getting gigs and all this stuff. I'm going to expose every one of you little piggies. But Kurt, you're cool. It would be nice to get some apologies from these faggots. These are your heroes. And, you know, they all talk the talk, but they don't live up to it. And behind the scenes, they're whining. They're calling this guy because I got hired. He's saying it right now.
How pathetic is that?
From day one, he's been telling me Kurt Metzger and Sherrod Small have been begging him not to hire me. That's the truth. That's the truth. Why? Why are they so affected? Because one time I made fun of them?
Mild fun of you? Fuck off.
It's a difficult situation! Sorry, I'm a little drunk. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I promise you, this is just the beginning of what I'm about to do.
Because Mike and I had a discussion, and I said, look, just try not to gear it so much on shitting on people that we've had friendships with for a long time. And he did say, well, this is what O&A has done for years. And I said to Mike, I understand that, but people know who O&A are. Huh? Come on the platform, let people get to know you a little more, and then do what you...
And I did. Believe me. All the moves I made got people to know me way more than... You know who did it the way you wanted to? Talib Starks. Mike Fenoya. Who else?
In hot water.
In hot water. What other... do any of those losers have the fucking hype that we got in 11 weeks?
No.
In 11 weeks, I've turned your dumb fucking green screen shithole on its head.
Wait. And don't forget, what he's talking about here is that 2-second little piece of Fenoya in the promo. That's what he's talking about here. First, that was his big problem.
Let them get to know you. Yeah, I'm going to let them get to know me.
What are you doing? I mean, and it's not even a risk. It's so mild. Like, you guys are a bunch of conservative faggots, basically.
There is no other show on the network that has come in and within 11 weeks done what we did. None.
No.
You know, you play Eastside Dave for 6 months, and yeah, the most retarded of your audience will eventually go, I like it, I think. I don't know. I like anything.
It's like Sesame Street for adults.
No one likes Eastside Dave is shit. And you know what? At the end of the world, no one's remembering Eastside Dave over me. No one. So you're making the wrong decision. You should always think, at the end of the world, what are they going to remember? And at the end of the world, they're not remembering Talib. I don't remember Talib now.
When the world ends, nobody really gets to remember much. I mean, you know, it's the end.
Anyway, you know, don't tell me how to do my show. I'll make the mistakes myself. Listen, if I go in and make fun of Mike Fenoya and that turns out to be a tacky, bad move, no one will like me. But I went in and they all loved it. Everyone loved it. The only people who didn't love it were the Proud Boys.
Was to be kind of a gossipy type of thing.
Yeah, let's be honest. The only people who don't like me on Compound are Anthony's elder listeners. You know, you see once in a while on Twitter, they go, Anthony, I don't know why you hired him in the first place. You click their profile, it's like a 67-year-old guy.
With 5 kids.
And you go, oh, please, this moron. You know, and then the other people who don't like me are the Proud Boys. But other than that, everybody likes it more than these other shows. Way more. And everybody is entertained. And that's why so many people voiced their opinion in favor of Redbar. You know, people that didn't even really listen to the show that much, they understood. So don't tell me what you would do, because I don't care what you would do. That's why you're the manager of this fucking stupid.
Well, this is the point where it gets interesting, because this is the point where Anthony starts realizing, wait a second, and you can really see the tears in Anthony's eyes when he has to admit that he now became a shill for the man.
Gets better. Here we go.
You do, you know. So we gave Mike the opportunity. Mike came on the network, and like right from the get-go, it was the Fenoya thing was in the promo.
Yes.
and then it was taking shots at Talib because he didn't care for the way Talib started.
No. First of all,
No, that is a lie. I don't. That is just somebody. He got a tweet from somebody, and
we were very nice to Talib, and nothing but love for Talib. We did make fun of him on the first episode.
You even reached out to Talib. Hey, let's be friends.
Yeah.
And then Talib messaged you. Yeah, we're friends.
So that was a reach. That's a reach. Now I'm going to make fun of Talib a lot, but back then I was like Talib.
With his network, with his show on the network, and then into the whole Proud Boys Gavin thing. And
listen,
look, I think the Proud Boys is a gay organization.
Let us bow to our Lord.
Oh my God!
This is my favorite clip ever, and I'm gonna let me impress. Look, I think Proud Boys is a gay organization. He's serious. Yes.
Can we rewind that, please?
The Fanoia thing was in the promo, and then it was taking shots at Talib because he didn't care for the way Talib started off with his network, with his show on the network, and then into the whole Proud Boys Gavin thing. And look, I think the Proud Boys is a gay organization. I'll now get all the angry emails.
Oh,
that's a good one, isn't it?
Oh my God! You know what? We clipped that. Somebody clipped that, and I tweeted it to Gavin. I go, "Hey, Gavin McInnes, your boss says you're gay." And then I clipped this. What a cock! Your boss thinks you're gay, Gavin. Your boss says you're gay. Your boss. You work for this guy, not me. Not me. I don't work for retired cops. You faggot.
Do another read for some fucking
why don't you do pajamagram reads, Gavin, you bitch?
Faggot, bitch ass nigga.
yeah.
Fuck you, nigga.
Remember, Gavin is the guy who goes, pajamagram. Get your loved one a gift that she'll love forever. Pajamagram. These are great gifts. You're a faggot. You're a fake actor, Gavin.
And we're going to take your kids.
It's, listen, I think the Proud Boys is a gay organization.
I want to see it one more time.
You're gay. We own you.
One more time.
Okay.
The opportunity, Mike came on the network, and like right from the get-go, it was the Fanoia thing was in the promo, and then it was taking shots at Talib because he didn't care for the way Talib started off with his network.
And Anthony is sitting there going, yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
all these
cool.
guys,
I like this guy.
I think the same thing. All right.
With his show on the network, and then into the whole Proud Boys Gavin thing. And look, I think the Proud Boys is a gay organization. I'll now get all the angry emails from them, like I've been getting all the angry tweets and everything from Mike's people, and I understand that. But like you said, it just comes down to a loyalty thing. And people that we've done business with for a long period of time. We don't want to censor Mike. We want Mike to say whatever he wants to say.
That's all I fucking want.
But you
this
did
platform is complete fucking openness, the ability for people to come here and say whatever they want. It's too perfect a thing to actually happen 100% of the time. It's too perfect a thing.
No, it's not.
People are.
You just need to not give a shit. You gave in to the machine. They're going to dig themselves deeper.
Your dream.
They're going to dig themselves deeper here.
Ugh.
It's a very gay organization. You hear that, Gavin? That's what the fucking guy, and he writes your paychecks. You take paychecks from a guy who calls you gay. I'd never do that. You know what? If this guy, if Keith ever called me gay, you know what would happen if Keith called me gay? What I'm doing now would happen.
Yep.
You fucking tool, Gavin. You can't even start your own podcast without the help from a guy who thinks you're gay. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. Go make pancakes for your boys. That's all you're good at. Those cute pancake designs. Or come back to reality and we're friends with you and we love you. All right, let's get back into this.
They're fucking babies. They fucking can't take shit. I can't stand that. But that's the reality of the situation.
Correct. So
see, he knows.
I
this is where it gets
reached
sad,
out to Mike early. I said, let's have a discussion about it. I made an analogy about baseball, so of course that people.
Oh right, yes.
But I said let's just talk about it, and we talked about it once before. There's a fine line to walk between the free speech thing and a fine line with putting asses in the seats to come here and be a part of the show. And I think that people take offense to Mike and that now associate Mike with you. There's a business to be run, like you said. So I don't hold anything bad against Mike. I don't hold anything against his fans. They're very loyal. I appreciate that they came to.
Cumia's gone, wait a minute, that sounds like complete and utter compromise.
Is this what we're doing here?
Cumia's sitting there going, wait, so it's only free speech unless somebody complains, and in that case, we have to...
Wait, I didn't really know about... I guess...
Cumia's Cumia's literally doing what they would do in a sitcom to show that he doesn't agree. He's going, huh?
Cumia should have said, right now, he should have slammed his hand on the table and said, you know what, Keith, get the fuck out of here.
Stop. No, or just, who cares, Keith? You know what? We'll deal with it when the problems come. That's what he should have said.
Okay, let's see.
You guys enjoying this episode? You enjoying this? By the way, Gavin makes $60,000 a year at Compound.
Can we rewind that
People
point
were asking,
where you can see it, in Cumia's eyes?
Wait, yes. People were asking what Gavin makes $60,000 a year. Okay, here we go.
Let's just talk about it. And we talked about it once before. You know, there's a fine line to walk between the free speech thing and a fine line with putting asses in the seats to come here and
the free speech thing. As if I know the free speech thing sounds good. But, you know, it's more about money.
How about you replace the free speech thing with the word compound media? Because that's what it was supposed to be.
And you know what? The free speech thing is the reason you exist. That's why they subscribed. They thought they were getting no holds barred stuff here. They thought they were getting the real scoop without any compromise to that. So that's what it's about. You have to... respect that thing. You can't say it's free speech. You can't get those cups printed with the Mancow logo and then say this. You really fucked yourself. And you know what? I would have had to do all the heavy lifting again. I was going to have to come on here and convince you this. He's doing it himself. He's saying exactly what you would hate.
He's admitting that they're frauds. Basically.
And Gavin is willing to sell out for... Let me tell you something. Gavin has $4 million to his name. At least that's what that celebrity thing where celebrity net worth site says. Okay? He got a lot of money. He is willing to sell you Pajamagram to keep this $60,000 a year gig that he could make way more. If Gavin just did his own show like I'm doing and charged $7 a month, he'd make more than $60,000 a year doing that and never having to sell out. He chooses to sell out. He does Pajamagram ads. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know about him. He is willing, the $1 million man. If I had $1 million, I would take my boner and shove it through these guys' faces. There would be never any doing ads for anybody. Gavin doesn't want to do Pajamagram ads, by the way. He hates it. But he does it because the boss told him to. Yeah, Gavin listens to this guy.
But let's not downplay the free speech angle of compound media. Anthony was sequestered to his fucking basement. He started this on his own so he could uphold free speech.
Yeah.
And now this is the death of this idea, which is way more important. And Keith can downplay it by saying the free speech thing. No, that's the whole fucking point. Yeah. That's the whole crux of the fucking thing.
This was bad. And we knew this from the start. We go, we're in the best position because if we ever got fired or quit, it works for us because we have this scooperoo. You know, this is more valuable than staying on for another 3 months and letting them terminate the contract for the renewal.
Yeah.
This is way more valuable. This story is part of this show's history. It's part of
let's be honest. What was going to happen? Next week, you get another email or you make fun of Mike Bischetti's lisp. You can't do that. Like, it wouldn't work. Would have worked anyways.
Yeah.
With
and
their
I like
new
them.
format.
I still like them. I think they should listen to this and go, you're right. Can't you just ever say that I'm right? Can anyone ever say that I'm right?
Just think do that. Anthony is saying you're right.
Yes.
That's weird
but
thing.
if these two buttheads came on Monday and said, we listened to Mike's episode, you know what? Who cares? You know what? We were being stupid. And you know what? We were wrong. everyone would love them. They would go, yes.
That is why.
And I
next
told Keith, I go,
Tuesday is going to be so interesting when Matarese is on.
Keith, if you came on and said you were wrong, and Mike's welcome back, and I'm not going to give him any more trouble.
Everybody would love it.
You would be the most popular guy. Everyone would sign up, and they would have no doubts.
Oh my God!
But you chose to
redeemed
stick with your ego, and it's not even about me. I wouldn't even care about. I don't care about coming back. I'll be fine.
No.
But if you admitted that you were wrong and said you're never going to do that again, everyone would re-sign up, and they would love you, and it would all be forgiven, and they would carry you out on their shoulders. But you refuse, and now you're looked at as the biggest putz in this business. Nobody's going to like you except for those 20 fucking fags that gave you a like on your post. That's it. And I know it bothers him when he reads Reddit and they all hate him. And I know it bothered him when thousands of people told him how it is on Twitter the other day because of this. And all you got to do is correct your wrongness. And they're all back, but you're going to blow it.
Knows
that's
he's
not
wrong.
that
Knows.
Deal isn't on the table for long. You're going to blow it. You know you're on. Look at your face. You know this is wrong.